Every time we do this. Oh my God. Every time. Oh, every time. Okay, so we want budget, budget, baby steps, earnings. Do I want to share that? See if I can first. Yes, I'm talking to myself. Yes, I'm completely doing that right. Okay. Um, should probably ask my new therapist why I keep talking to myself. All right, open. All right, there. So I made, where is it? Can I find it? Is it here? Oh, please tell me it's in here. I made a Google Sheet to plan out. Oh, I made more than one? Why would I do that? Oh, man. Oh, don't even know. Doesn't even let me open more than one at one time. Okay, hold on. There's like five of them. I don't know why I made five of them. You know me, my spreadsheets. I need a visual to explain the thoughts in my head. So, okay. So camming, I took a few days off of camming and like I'm work like no, not, I got paid. I got paid from work. Other money came in. Other money is on its way. I'm working enough where I'm reaching my financial goals. So May I cashed out my emergency fund because um I thought it was going to be a documentary. It didn't work out. I'm not in the documentary anymore. They went with another direction, and I had to replenish back my emergency fund. Then um I made an appointment to go see a cosmetic surgeon because I would like to get cosmetic surgery. I had my appointment on Friday. I got myself out because it's not in my city. It's a little bit outside of my city, but it's still in the neighborhood. So it was an interesting, me using the ride share services all by myself and not a taxi. Yeah, that. So that was interesting. I like that's an option because I don't have my driver's license. So how does that tie into the financial baby steps? Everything. Because I'm not really in a rush to go get my driver's license just based on the trip there and the trip back in the rideshare car to a lot of it was I was sitting in traffic and I wasn't driving, but I was paying the driver to drive me, and a good chunk of the time was sitting in traffic where yeah, I was kind of happy. I hired somebody to drive me where I needed to go, and I didn't have to worry about getting there. I mean, I may get my driver's license. I don't know. We'll see. I'm almost 40. I have time. There's time to learn to drive. But also, do I really need a car if I learn to drive? There's a lot of questions about that. Just a lot because that's what happens to live in a big city. And honestly, I'm spoiled living in a big city, and I have no idea if my audio is working. Um, oh, that was the title. What did I put? Let me change the title. Actually, no. No, it's perfect. I'm 20. Yeah, I've been working 20 years as a cam model. I live with a disability. For me, my disability is bipolar disorder, multiple sclerosis. There may be ADHD in there. We're waiting for my diagnosis on the ADHD autism. But if I do have ADHD and autism, I'm not really worried about it. I mean, I do like everything I do to manage my bipolar depression and the multiple sclerosis, I'm already doing it. So I don't, we'll find out if there's a program for me for the ADHD autism, but I'm not really worried about it. Like I'm in therapy right now for a whole year. I got my referral. I like my current social worker, counselor, therapist, psychologist. I don't know. I'll find out what her official title is. But yeah, it's a whole year. I get to talk about everything I always talk about. Of course, 95% of it is about my mother, but I'm learning it from a different perspective. And no, I didn't check the audio. Hold on. That's not it. That's the other one. Where is me live? Push live, right? Oh no, don't tell me it didn't work again. Okay, good. It's working. Okay, audio is good. Okay, audio is good. I'm not changing the title. I'm leaving the title as it is. So that is that is where I'm at. I'm doing exactly what the title is. I follow Dave Ramsey baby steps. Let me read the tweet I put out earlier today if I can find it. So yeah, on my Twitter earlier today, where was it? Right, we'll talk about that after. Okay, so yeah, Dave Ramsey baby steps drastically changed my life, my financial life. ODSP, which is the Ontario Disability Support Program, the misinformation from them led me to believe I can't save money, which meant I was hurting my financial future. Not anymore. About money challenges, I will always tell you to follow the Dave Ramsey baby steps to start. And then I make a whole thread about it. Thread goes on to say, save $1,000 for your starter emergency fund. This took me a few months to keep and not spend unless it was an emergency. Step 2, pay off all debts except the house using the debt snowball. Debt payoff, the debt payoff step, the baby step 2, step 4 to me was a hard step. I ended up filing a consumer proposal. So in Canada, our bankruptcy is completely different than America and probably the rest of the world. And as I was working the Dave Ramsey baby steps and baby step 2, because of the type of consumer debt that I had a high interest installment loan from one of those payday loan, rent to own companies. And they first gave me $1,000. Then they gave me $5,000. But the interest rate was like over 29% of interest. I noticed as you pay it off faster, they are quick to try to call you to offer you more money. Big trap, totally big trap. So somewhere between $1,000 and $5,000, and then following the Dave Ramsey baby steps, I got really fed up of believing this not accurate message from ODSP that they're trying to tell me that I can't save money, I'm not supposed to work. And I realize it's not everybody who's on the disability support program for Ontario disability for Ontario. Um, it's a like there's 500,000 household cases that are on Ontario disability support program, and they get a range of money from the support program depending on their household situation, like if they're single, if they're married, do they have children, or if their parent was on disability, then the children become on the disability program. It's very complex, the program for Ontario Disability Support Program, where I learned that I need to focus on my household only. And for my household only, I can work with accommodations, disability accommodations, and because I have the ability to read, as you can hear, um, I just read the policy for myself. And I somehow managed to break down the policy with the Dave Ramsey baby steps into manageable things that I could do while I'm working and living with my disability so that I could retire with dignity, have savings, manage my money in a way that I'm being a good steward with my money. That took I got on Ontario Disability in 2010. I found Dave Ramsey in 2017. I did a self-employment and disability support program through the city in like 2016. There was just a season of my life that I needed to make money for myself so that I'm not 100% dependent on the government. Like I still have my health benefits. I have a caseworker now. They let me know. Well, I logged in and saw that I'm assigned a caseworker. I'm doing everything the policy says. The Ontario Disability Support Program policy, that directive that they created for it, the legislator that they created for it, it's like over 600 pages. Every household that is accessing disability support program has a different situation within the 600 pages of the policy directive that is on the Ontario website that is in more English compared to the Ontario Disability Support Act 1997 that is very legal and lawyer-like and technical because it's made for people debating it in Parliament or a lawyer. I needed to understand the policy in English so that I can use it in my everyday life, so that I can talk to you right now of how I'm moving through living with my disability and working towards financial independence. If you got that far, fantastic. Leave some green heart emojis in chat or in the comments on the replay so I know that's where you got. Um, So, yeah, now I'm just trying to live my life the best that I can with what I have. And I'm learning. I had a talk with my aunt, and she has a son that's more severely disabled. And I learned that there's no financial plan for him because his disability doesn't allow him to have the same amount of cognitive function that I have. And I just feel it's a mixed bag of emotions. It's just a lot. Where I really wish that the rest of the family had they have resources. I don't know yet. I don't know. It's still it's just the way that everybody is different, and you really have no idea what people are dealing with. And I'm just in a place of really grateful gratitude that the ability I have, I'm not going to waste it. But I also remember that at any moment my disability could get worse. So the second disability, because there's multiple, um, multiple sclerosis and scoliosis. So there's a curve in my spine, and on top of that, the myelin that protects the neural pathways in my spine and my brain are attacking each other. So, so fun times when you think about it. And some days it's really hard. I'm coping the best way I can. I'm trying to do all the things I need to do. Um, and yeah, it's everyone's financial journey is different. Everybody's disability is different. Everybody's household is different. And some people just need to be a little bit nicer to other people about things because you really have no idea what someone else is going through. I share roughly what's going on with me. Sometimes I think I share too much, but this is a way I keep myself accountable on my mental state, the goals I set for myself financially, and I want to live my life while I still can. So Yes, we got paid from webcam 3 or 4 times this month. Or am I cam stream 4 times? Oh, I did good job. Okay, 4 websites paid me this month. And it was a hard schedule to juggle. So that will be in the earnings. That's not July, it's June. Oh, what? No, some of it's July. Hold on. Let me share this. I got confused. I was wondering if it was just... Okay, so here is July. I'm testing out this spreadsheet to track my webcam earnings in the day that I earn money. Some of it is actually from live streaming. Sometimes it's on video on demand, and I cannot see chat. And I just been tracking my progress in that, and I'm noticing I should have watched this later. Wait, hold on. Oh, okay. So I've been distracted. Hold on. Totally forgot about that. Good thing that was a YouTube tab that was open in the background. So I've been watching a lot of multiple sclerosis YouTube channels, and I thought I would talk about my multiple sclerosis, but I'm not. You'll just see me live my life, and I'm living it with multiple sclerosis and also another chronic health condition that luckily the cosmetic surgeon that I saw for the consultation Friday um is not really concerned about it because it's managed. Um, we know that stress could trigger symptoms of it because surgery, it can be stressful on the body. But I think if I make sure I reduce all of my stress going into surgery, um, a month before, maybe 3 months before, I should be okay. Because I've had my wisdom teeth taken out, 4 teeth extractions, the tubal ligation surgery, and I did pretty okay. I mean, like as long as the doctor is capable and confident about the surgical plan, and we're in agreement of what I want out of the surgery, I think it'll be good. Because the hard part would be saving money for it, then planning my life around it. So I got to make sure that my place is comfortable for recovery. I gotta make sure that there's enough groceries available for me, so it's probably cooking in batches. And then I've been interviewing private nurses to help with the post-op care. And what else is there? Hold on. Nurses with post-op care, um, trying to determine if this surgeon is a good fit for me, and the money. Like, it's expensive. And no, I don't think I'll be borrowing money to pay for surgery, but we don't know because there's no date yet of when. Because like I have to make enough money for the deposit. The deposit is $2,500 for the deposit to hold my surgery date. Then I have to make sure all of the money for the surgery is paid to them 2 weeks before my surgery date. Then I got to do all the pre-op lab work. I kind of have to be at a goal weight for surgery, which I'm not right now. So in the consultation of doing planning my surgery, planning my doctor, who will be there, all that stuff, I learned that I'm overweight. I don't have a scale at home. And if you've seen my Instagram, I eat a lot of food that I cook. I love my oxtail and pasta. So I'm gonna have to add in a regular exercise plan to my healthy regimen of eating, and then probably practice intermittent fasting and more vegetables, probably an appetite suppressant. These are things that I've already talked to with my doctor. because I've tried, so being on the medication that treats the bipolar disorder, that particular medication for me does give me a side effect of hunger where there's no signal that I'm full sometimes. So I have to be very careful in making sure that I don't overeat and also not eating when I'm bored. So there's two things happening that I had an appointment in therapy today talking about it. So basically, I have certain triggers that have me hungry. Then my medication has me hungry, and I'm juggling both my medications and the supplements. I learned from talking with the surgeon that my supplements they add to something that I'm taking, but I didn't really know because my doctor never really talked to me about it. But that's the best part of having a really wonderful medical team in a large city. I'm getting the information I need as I need it. So it's just things like that this is how I live with the disability. Um, this is probably why I never sat down and said, "Oh, this is my MS story," or "Oh, this is my bipolar story," or like I live it every day. This is it. Trying to do the best that I can, trying to just let people know that you're not alone. Other people live with this too. Some people are really not nice about it. They don't get a vote, as Dave Ramsey would say. They don't. As long as you're responsible in the way that you know to be responsible, or hopefully you have people in your life that are responsible with you in making your choices, or hopefully they're making choices on your behalf because you're not able to make those choices. And somewhere in there, you're happy, you're healthy, relatively. I can't even say happy and healthy because I'm not. I'm happy and relatively healthy according to what my doctors are monitoring. Like, I do an MRI every year for the MS. I see the neurologist every year. I check in with my family doctor. We do a mood assessment check in to see where I am on the depression scale that they have of 0 to 10, they have it. And every once in a while, I'm in therapy, I'm in rehab, I'm in group therapy. I'm doing at this drop-in community program that I go to. I'm doing everything that I can do. Like everything I could do. And it's exhausting. Flat out exhausting. So, yeah, like and then yeah, recently I had a couple of people come tell me that I'm very positive. This took work. There was a time you would never see me smile just because. So, letting you know that you can live your life the best that you can with what is presented in front of you. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you it's possible. You have to wait till you get there to have it, and then when it's there, you have to spend time enjoying it. And also try not to look for the shoe to drop. A shoe will drop. Don't worry about it. A shoe will drop. Things will fall apart. Insert the pandemic that we had. Oh hey, wait, hold on. This over. Can't see chat completely. Oh hey D Jones, how you doing? Yeah, it's a work in progress. I'm only human. I think my blood type is O or AB negative. We did not confirm that in my appointment, but my doctor pre-lab work, she will let me know my blood type is. There were just so many things in the consultation of planning a cosmetic surgery procedure that I'm a little bit worried about, but not worried about it because my doctors will be on top of it. Like, yeah. And it's a combination. So part of the surgery of why I'm getting it is because of the side effects from my medications. And then the other part of it is the work that I do, my body has to look a certain way that is marketable. And it comes with being an entertainer. Not just like the industry that I'm in as a live adult content creator, but If I was a regular actor on Broadway or something, or on TV, or social media influencer, decisions about your body is always in question constantly. And then, whatever reason, other people want to have an opinion of what you look like. I really don't care for their opinion because I have a 10,000, like if you've been watching the video so far, I have so many things I'm doing. Y'all heard those things. I gotta keep everything in track and keep myself sane and also YouTube partner compliant all at the same time. It's a lot to remember. It Some days I really don't know how I keep it together. I really don't know. And then yeah, my family, my aunt reminded me that our Christian faith upbringing is probably why we're so resilient and positive, and because we really believe that there is a higher power that is giving us strength and all that. Um, Maybe it's true because it's a lot of stuff I've been through and I'm still here. And I'm relatively positive about it. Like, traumatic stuff happened. Mentally, I was, a little broken. And I gotta put all the pieces back together like that Japanese bowl that's put together with gold. Yeah, it's a lot. So yeah, financial independence, retire early. Right, the thing about Dave Ramsey I was talking about earlier that I got distracted with because of baby step two. Yeah, so baby step two, yeah, I ended up filing a consumer proposal. I lost my tweet. Hold on. Um, where's the thread? Here it is. Okay, good. Yeah, baby step two, I ended up filing a consumer proposal, and Canada consumer proposals are different. Um, because Dave Ramsey is like, oh, don't file bankruptcy, you can do the baby steps. Honestly, get the information. I got the information. I was working the baby steps. So, like, when I went to the bankruptcy trustee, I had $1,000 saved. And if you're in Canada and you're thinking about filing a consumer proposal or a bankruptcy with a licensed insolvency trustee, they're regulated by the government of Canada. They have to follow government law around insolvency. And I looked up their licensing, how they get licensed to be insolvency trustee in Canada. They go through a lot of school. They have to work in an office that operates in bankruptcy and insolvency. It's not an easy thing for them to do as the profession in Canada. I don't know how it is in the US, but I know for Canada, if your debts are unmanageable, especially the way the pandemic goes and inflation in right now, and some people are back at work and the economy wants to increase inflation so that they have a higher unemployment rate, not everybody's going to come out the same. But it's not everybody's going to make it to the other side. It's just what it is. So yeah, when it comes to your finances, yes, Dave Ramsey has helped millions of people. I'm one of them. But you need to take care of your household first. He says that. He fully does say that. He fully says take care of your household first, then others. Susie Orman says a similar thing. I'm telling you the same thing. I'm taking care of my household. Household is me and the boyfriend who's here when he wants to and not here when he's not here. And then I got my mother and my sister, and I got a brother. I got people. I got people to take care of, and when they're available, they're around. Um, so yeah, baby step two. I paid off $8,000 in 9 months. My primary income is Ontario Disability Support Program. Right now, it's $1,500 a month. It's typically not that amount for everybody. The base amount that I get because I have housing market rent where I have a lease and I have a landlord, I get the maximum amount for shelter, and then I get the maximum amount for basic needs, and The base amount that I get is $1,228. And then I get special diet because there's tolerance and gluten and something, which is $129. Then there's medical transportation to get me to all my appointments. And then some months, depending on the month I work, if there's a net profit in my business, the business that I do that's already in the title, um, there's a added work-related benefit of $100. Then it's like $1,500 a month. And then depending on which caseworker I have and how they view my self-employment, they could process it monthly or they could process it annually. And then I gotta file my taxes, and then I gotta make sure I put money in my disability savings plan and tax-free savings account and register retirement savings plan. And then I have to make enough money for net profit out of the business so I can contribute to the Canada pension plan. Like I said, I remember a lot of things to take care of this. Some of you people don't even know what I just said. Don't even know what you just said. But it magically gets done. And the only way that I know why it gets done, I'm not doing this like spiritually by myself. There has to be a higher power organizing this. Because if it was up to me 100%, like all my power to do it, I'd be sleeping. I would I would eat, shower, go back to bed. That is what I do. Yeah, that is exactly what I do. Okay. So right, I paid off $8,000 in 9 months. Then I saved 3 to 6 months of expenses in a fully funded emergency fund. I had 3 months saved, which was $6,000. Being on Ontario Disability Support Program, they say that my asset limit outside of exempt assets is $40,000. I had six. Wasn't a lot, and then I ended up spending it to go to school. So, and you're allowed to do that. You're allowed to have money, go to school, and then work while you're in school. Policy says that. The 664-page policy for the government Ontario for people with a disability says that. I'm doing all the things. Yeah, I'm learning now. Part of that is a trauma response to how I grew up. Yeah. So, yeah, but it's working in my favor. It's actually making productive. People think I'm inspiring. There is money in my account for retirement. I might actually have a chance to retire with dignity because right after having your fully funded emergency fund of 3 to 6 months is to save 15% of your household income into retirement. I got approved for the disability tax credit. Then I opened the registered disability savings plan. And then I opened, actually, it was already opened. I added money to my registered retirement savings plan, and then I added some money in the tax-free savings account. Good thing I added money in the tax-free savings account because this year I had tax debt. $630 of tax debt. I pulled out money from the tax-free savings account to pay the tax debt. And then the Ontario Disability Support Office, they want you to report your income and assets. They have that report. They know what my assets are. They know what my income is. They know what my business does. They monitor everything that I do. Again, a higher power has to be helping me because I would fall apart if I had to like actually sum all the energy to do this. All right, so we did baby step 4. Right. So baby step 5 in the Dave Ramsey baby steps is to save for children's education. I am not having children. I've already discussed that I had tubal ligation surgery. There's a video on my channel when I had my surgery because I had it in 2017. I made a video on my channel talking about my surgery, how it went down, literally like hours like after I came home and resting, recovery. The incisions of the surgery, they're healed. My belly button is no longer my belly button, but it's okay. And yeah, so I used my savings. I had more like, so I had savings for the emergency fund, then Either I use my emergency, I forgot what happened. I know my emergency fund depletes and replenishes a lot, which is what you should be doing. Like, ideally, you're supposed to be using your emergency fund for emergencies, but I've somehow taken um, my adult reasoning and decision making to use my emergency fund for different things that I need. Sometimes, not all the time. I'm not trying to make it a habit. I'm trying to keep my emergency fund as an emergency fund. But on occasion, there are times where, like paying for school, use my emergency fund, or I'm self-employed. I actually learned out of replenishing and using my emergency fund that I need a separate amount of money saved for my business. Yeah. So there's business, there's personal, each need their own accounts. I need to manage that, which it's not in the Dave Ramsey 7 baby steps. It's actually in Dave Ramsey's what he calls entree leadership. He has a whole separate section for business owners. And then out of being a business owner, I ended up reading the book from Mike Michalowicz called Profit First to organize my business finances. So this is why sometimes on the channel you see me always in a spreadsheet because I had to organize it in a way that I could understand it and that makes sense. And with so many questions about working as a CAM model, a lot of it, honestly, is work. It really is. Like the best place to go when you're broke is to work. And there's no way around it. I've tried. I've tried. I've totally tried. No, there isn't. Like the reason I rebuilt my emergency fund. We're back to $500 in the emergency fund, so I'm back to doing the baby steps all over again. Technically, $500 is an emergency fund. We need to get it back to $1,000, and then we focus on paying off my credit cards. I have 2 credit cards. One of them, the balance is $225, and the other is 4,800. So total debt is like $5,125 or something like that. It could get paid off by the end of the year if I do the baby steps as gazelle intense as possible from now until September or December. Plus in there, I'm saving for cosmetic surgery. I gotta make sure I maximize my disability savings plan because in Canada, having the disability savings plan, which is the registered disability savings plan, is on the Government of Canada website. I'm not an accountant. I'm not trying to like give you advice. I'm just trying to tell you that building wealth, building financial stability, getting out of poverty is possible when you have a source of income that you work for or run a business and the business makes a profit, and then you organize that money to take care of your life. For people that are unable to work because their disability has done that for them, it's hard. It really is. Because the like watching the way the economy is going, the way that news stories are saying that minimum wage should be about $30 an hour for Ontario when it's $15.50 right now. Yeah, no, but yeah, you need multiple income sources. You do. You need your day job with health benefits. You need the health benefits. And then you need another source of income. That no, I don't have any suggestions of what you could do. I know what I can do. I know what makes me money. I know what I enjoy. The thing about Ken Coleman off the Dave Ramsey show, he breaks down. What are you good at? What do you want to do? What you need, what makes you money? Because we are built for work. Our meaning comes from our work. And I learned that from doing my college essay that our meaning comes from work and we have to work a little bit. Even if let's say you have like a sugar daddy or something, um, you're building that relationship. It takes work. Sugar daddies don't drop from the sky. I've tried. They don't. You have to go out there and find them. It's a whole process and it's emotionally exhausting. It's emotionally exhausting. I don't keep mine long when I do have one. Well, when they're around, yeah, they serve their purpose. And then when they no longer serve their purpose, they're no longer around. So, sounds so bad, but that's exactly what it is. Um, yeah, just that. So yeah, paying the internet, showing up here on the channel like every month, all the time. The internet bill is paid. I'm gonna have to put more money in savings to replace my computer, but I'm here because a bill is paid by me. Hello. Just me. Yeah, it does take work. The whole thing takes work. So yeah. Then there's Babysit 6, which is pay off your house early. I don't own a house right now, but I did talk to a real estate agent, mortgage broker, um, many real estate agents. One of them I met in person, because she's doing a thing at her office. And then, yeah, I actually made a profile, talked to a mortgage broker. Mortgage broker referred me to a real estate agent, actually a lot of real estate agents, because there's a lot of pre-built condos happening in my city right now. And I'm not in no financial position to buy my house right now. And FYI, being on Ontario Disability Support Program, you are allowed one primary asset, which that it just saving the money for it for the down payment. I might need my caseworker to approve some of my savings for the down payment for me buying my house, or I can magically swingle that $40,000 asset limit, save the 40, buy my house, drain all my assets, still be on disability support program because the primary asset, according to the 600 and something page policy, is an exempt asset. Like the you need a place to live. They let you have one place to live. The thing where disability gets a little tricky in the policy is the second property. They kind of give you a timeline of if you have a second property and they don't believe it's for a disability purpose, like a disability related well-being or living. It's a weird way they word it in the policy. It's online. I'll type it in chat what it is, the whole name, because I keep saying it really quickly. Um, Other people should go read it. But here's the thing, when other people read the Ontario Disability Support Program policy, they're just reading the policy. They're not reading the policy in a way that they're implementing it in their life like I am. When I go read the Ontario Disability Support Program policy directive, it's because I need that information so that I can plan my life in a way that improves my quality of life so that one day I can tell the people in the office that I don't need them anymore. Not everybody's going to do that. Not everybody has the ability or resources or capacity or the mental understanding to do that. Some of us are, some of us aren't, and we just hope, we're fed and clothed every day. Which no, as depending on what city you live in, you can clearly see we have a housing crisis and something is not working. Yeah. So for me, this is it. This is the financial independence check-in. Living with a disability. It's not going to look like other people's financial independence journeys. Um, the, like the percentage of people with a disability working towards financial independence, I found three other people online and they live in the United States of America. I live in Canada. We're just trying to hang on for dear life. What roller coaster does that? Remember the roller coaster we lie on that bed thing and it moves you up and down and it spins around real fast? That. You're trying not to get whiplash. Is that when I got whiplash in? A couple of roller coasters I got whiplash that I thought were super fun. And I got whiplash in these roller coasters. Yeah, I don't ride roller coasters no more. I mean, I might, maybe, if I go with my mom, but she's just as scared. Yeah, I mean, I'm a good at it because I usually get injured when I'm on the roller coaster with my mom. Like one time she punched me in the face, another time I think I bit her. It's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. What else is there? You know what? For mental health, because I'm in therapy right now, if I'm gonna rate it from a scale of 1 to 10, I'm gonna give it a 7. It just because there's actually things in therapy right now I need to work on. And then the working towards my self-worth that I'm allowed to manage my finances in the way I choose to manage my finances without the approval or permission from anybody else. Because honestly, if they had to have me go to a judge and try evaluate my decision capacity of managing my finances, I would probably win because of the way that I ended up talking to a lawyer just to figure out what I'm doing with the Ontario Disability Support Program. And everything I just said to you right now, they agree. And they technically didn't need to talk to me as a client because the Ontario Disability Support Program has not given me a letter of making a decision about my benefits or access to benefits or anything around me participating and being a unit of the benefit member of the benefit unit accessing Ontario Disability Support Program. It's a weird way how they word it. If you go read their policy, they word it that way. Everything is about benefit unit member or member of the benefit unit or caseload or case file. Yeah, I'm like, I'm doing okay. So yeah, mental health is 7. My finances, I don't know. I mean, if I work more, I would have more money. Yes. And then it brings up a lot of anxiety. So the more money I make that I would like to make, depending on my physical ability, energy levels, and if I'm exhausted or not, it's a wait and see. It truly is. This month is good because in June, where's my little chart? Is it here? Did I get June? Okay, okay, so can I safely share my screen? Hold on. This last time I shared my screen, it had tabs of what I was watching on YouTube. So let me just make sure. Okay, that is chat. Okay, that is that. That is my dashboard. Like I literally had to make my computer streaming safe. It just wasn't. As long as I don't open any like folders, I'm okay. Where is the spreadsheet? Yeah, so this was the end of June. I worked a lot of days in June. Or the days I worked in June, I made enough money that the money that came in took care of a lot, which was great. Because it basically works. I make the money in June, and then I make the money in June, but my disability already arrived in the month before, like the end of May. So it's the last business day of the month that it comes in, and then by the 7th of the next month, I report all my income and expenses, and then the line that says net profit is what they use to determine my income eligibility for the disability support program. And then there's another thing in my other spreadsheet that calculates an estimate of what I expect to get from them, or it estimates if I might owe them back money because of the way the system works. Which is it here? Oh, it's here. Okay, hold on. Which is this. This is available on my Ko-Fi store, just so that people get a visual of how it works and links to the policy directive. Like I try to explain it in a way that people can understand it in a real life scenario. And this is my real life scenario. Like, yeah, I added my real numbers to it. I totally did. Yeah. Yeah, I added my actual numbers of it. You knowing the actual number doesn't change anything because I legally have to follow the rules in the policy. and keep myself healthy, relatively healthy, manage my disability, take my prescriptions. Like my prescriptions for my multiple sclerosis medication is $50,000. Are you going to pay for the med? And that's the price based on what the disability program pays for. If I wasn't on that, it would be a higher amount of money for one of my medications to manage the multiple sclerosis that I have to do an MRI every year. I'm seeing the neurologist every year. It would be nice, if I had people there holding my hand when I go to my appointments and hear the doctor talk to me about the progress of my possible progressive multiple sclerosis. And right now it's still in the window of relapse and remitting. Um, yeah, I'm hanging on with duct tape and thread and the Holy Spirit. That's what we're doing. Yeah, so this is just how I manage this and me planning out exactly dollar for dollar what I get from disability, what would happen if I earn a certain amount of income, will my benefits be cut off? No, because I estimate if I made $6,000 gross in the business and my expenses for that month was $3,000, I would have $3,000 net profit. And then the way the disability program works right now, they exempt $1,000 as of February 1st, 2023. And then after the look at my income is $2,000 and they would reduce my income support by $1,500, which is 75% of $2,000. And based on how much money they give me, and then adding on the work-related benefit amount, and then them taking back money because there's a overpayment balance on my account, I would come out with $45.15. This is what the math did. I did a spreadsheet, I did it line by line. I followed the formula based on how it shows up on my pay stub, and for the month of February 2023, that's when they changed the income threshold from $200 to $1,000, and there was an overpayment of $349 that added on to my existing overpayment. That is how the formula worked. So not only did I make a formula based on the information I have from them, I I made like $900 or something in December or November. I forgot which month it was. And then yeah, I saw like in action what happened. There was an overpayment because of the dates. It's always about the date. So like if I submit on time my income report to the disability office, there is no guarantee a caseworker is going to respond to me the minute I send it to them. They have 15 business days to respond back. And then my file stays the way it is based on the last person or assigned caseworker logged into my account from the month before. They typically check my account once a month. They could, do more investigations if there's a reason to do it, but I'm doing everything they told me to do. So if they want to give me trouble, like this is why I keep talking to the lawyer from legal aid all the time or other lawyers because we're not going to let that happen. Yeah. So this is like there's no point in me doing a vlog of my daily life. This is it. This is it. I try to manage all of my money, keep all my ducks in a row, follow the Dave Ramsey baby steps. Sometimes I drain out my emergency fund because I didn't plan my money properly with having a business savings account with a personal savings account. I didn't make enough money because I wasn't able to work the way that I would like to. Um, and I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. Like, I don't, yeah. So mental health, still a 7. Finances, it bounces around depending on the month. It could be an 8, could be a 3, could be a two, could be a one, depending on what happens with the disability people office. For the most part, they're pretty okay because I really like fully comprehend their policy directive. Um, I'm okay. Other people, not so much. But it's we're different people. We have different abilities to process information, or the executive function of my brain probably is a little bit more active or bigger. I don't know. I could probably ask my neurologist about that. But this is it. This is the mental check-in. I'm checked in. I'm doing good. Overall, I'm gonna give myself a 7. Only because my stress is still a little high because of planning cosmetic surgery and managing my finances. Like me managing my finances, for many years, I was told I'm not allowed to do this because I'm disabled. Why are people trying to put limitations on me? I really don't know. But they have no business doing that. If you're going to put a limitation on somebody, you better be ready to support them with the other option. Like straight up. If like I'm really tired of the way that programs in our country are designed, the way that US and Canada seem to copy each other with a lot of things, with a few changes in the paragraph for legal terminology because people in parliament are debating things trying to make sure that it's accessible and available to everybody. Like right now, Canada is trying to create a Disability Canada benefit based on the Income Tax Act, which is from the federal government. They said it went through royal assent, and then from royal assent, they're supposed to have 1 year to make it um, official and available, and then people can apply for it and then get that money from it. But when they were debating it for the last 3 years in Parliament, the governments, like the bigger governments, like Trudeau, who runs the country, he's the prime minister, and then everybody else under him, and then royal assent because it's part of the whole British royal family business. Yeah, Canada is still under the Queen, where the King or whoever's up in England over there. Um, we're not America. We like your money. Well, we take it happily, adding on 30%. That's it. That is, yo, this is it. This is what I do. This is how I manage stuff. This is how I try to find joy in life. This is why I listen to Joyce Myers, because Joyce Myers really believes in enjoying your everyday life, and I'm going to do that. As long as I'm breathing and walking and I have all my mental faculties, I will actually not even. I'm pretty sure if I had a lower mental capacity, I would still find ways to enjoy my life because I'm not going to exist on this planet not enjoying my life. There's too much stuff going on that I can't. I'm going to have to enjoy everything I can when I can because other parts of it are not that enjoyable. Yeah, that is what I have. Okay, is there anything else I need to share or teach or explain? And it, I'm assuming nobody else is in chat because I only saw DJ Jones leave a comment, and I've been on for an hour talking. Not a whole lot. So yeah, end of June, I worked really well. I worked in the beginning of July, and this half of July, I hope to get in maybe a couple of days, and not a couple of days, maybe a week or two. Wait, is there a week or two? Okay, the end of this week, I'm looking at Thursday, Friday, Saturday, then Sunday is next week, and then it's August. What? No way. Okay, yeah. Hopefully the last week of July, I'll put in a good amount of hours working, and hopefully I make good sales commissions from live streaming. And yeah, we'll see. Like here, like with financial independence, like the actual um by community with their terminology and what they're doing and what they're not doing. I'm probably on a slow fi journey, but because my disability provides me my health benefits, it's a version of Baristify, because Baristify, like, it's about, I forgot what the terms are, but like that's roughly what they are. Oh, right, I have to finish that article. Um, just talking about financial independence is like it reminded me about something I started, but I need to finish when I'm done here. But yeah, like I said earlier, to reach financial independence and have the financial peace, you're going to have to work. It's a good place to go when you're broke. And the way that these programs are designed for social assistance and minimum wage, um, it's designed to keep you broke. It's designed to keep you in a rat race of survival. And it's not a good feeling to do it constantly because your body cannot handle constant stress, triggers, and hormones all the time, to the point where I think that's why I probably have multiple sclerosis, but my doctors won't confirm that's true. But they do know stress triggers the multiple sclerosis. So out of survival and managing my disability and chronic autoimmune disease as multiple sclerosis, I had to find a way to reduce my stress in every aspect of my life so that my disability has a chance of staying as relapse and remitting and not become progressive or the other version of multiple sclerosis. So, yeah, um, yeah, like I said, I will always tell you to start with the Dave Ramsey baby steps. And if you get through baby step 3, after baby step 3, do a little bit of baby step 4, as Dave Ramsey says, of investing 15% of your gross income into retirement. Then, after you've, spoken with a financial planner, like a certified financial planner that understands investments, that their job is to be a teacher to teach you how your investment portfolio is working so you can get an indication of the performance of your portfolio, which is conversations I had with my own financial planner, which I never thought I would have. Um, Stress becomes easier to manage. Like right now, they're saying high cost of inflation and groceries super expensive and rent is super expensive. I know, but I've done the work around my finances and my mental health that those things don't bother me as much. Yeah, it's not, there's no secret sauce to it. It's work, it's exhausting, it's tiring, and other people think they have an opinion of what you're doing. And you really have to be focused on the mission and lean on a higher power in your understanding of a higher power to get through it. Yeah, that's what I have for you today. I'm gonna go. I will see you on the next one. Smooches.